and welcome to another episode of the In Between podcast with your host, as always, Kyle McLemore. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. And if you notice, there might be something just a little bit different. That's right, a little different headgear for this episode because our future is so bright that we're going to need some shades to get through it. Did you hear the biggest news of all? Why is our future so bright? Well, because we don't gotta worry anymore, dude. We don't gotta worry about the files anymore, dude. The Epstein files. Have you guys heard? Have you heard the good news? You know what? Let's do a cheers to that. Little ASMR for you. To kick off this episode, celebrating the no longer needing to open up the Epstein files. I'll drink to that. Don't even need to look at them anymore. Unnecessary, according to POTUS, according to the big man in charge, the big man in the White House. Don't even need to check him anymore, dude. I mean, did he run like almost exclusively on like, hey, when I'm in office, I'm busting open the files? Even though that was part of his main campaign, good to know that we don't need to check it out anymore. Good to know that he's got it. He flipped through it. It's nothing, dude. You don't even need to worry about the files no more. In fact, not only do you got to worry about it, but only the biggest piece of shit would bring it up. You know what I mean? Anytime it's brought up, what are you, an idiot? Excuse me, Mr. President, so what's up with those files? Are we gonna see those anytime soon? Hey, what are you, a moron? How many times do I gotta tell you people? The files, forget about it, man. Ain't nothing going on. In fact, I don't even get it. I don't even understand what all this obsession with Epstein is all of a sudden. Who started that whole fire? Wasn't me, says POTUS. I don't understand what all the interest is. I mean, I'm telling you, I've looked at the files. Ain't nothing there that you guys would be interested in. Trust me. Could you be any more on the files, dude? It's like the ultimate, like, as soon as you find out, oh, whoops, my name's all over, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we don't need to look at this. I mean, yeah, for the last, like, year and a half, I've been shouting about it, but you know what? Doesn't even matter. In fact, hey, what are you, stupid? Just drop it already and just enjoy, dude. In fact, how about we drop it already and focus on something a little bit more pressing? I mean, the absolute decimation of young children. Who cares? Let's get on to the main stuff here, people. Sydney Sweeney finally justice. Finally taking down the real bad guy, Sydney Sweeney. And not a moment too soon, if you ask me. Finally, her evil Nazi agenda has been revealed. Finally, her big, massive Nazi melons are getting her comeuppance. First of all, I think it's just that she tipped the scale. If anything, she just pushed it too far, man, with like basically endorsing any product that's ever existed, dude, just slapping her face on everything. She should have stopped at the soap, dude. The soap was like, all right, you should have stopped there, dude. Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap. Yummy! I mean, is it an insane idea? Yes, dude. Did I completely buy out their entire stock? No. I mean, if I could, no, I couldn't. I mean, no, I couldn't possibly. But then again, I mean, I do. I need soap. I mean, a man needs to be clean, right? I mean, this is like nothing to do with her or her bathwater. Just kidding, but I think that was the point where it's like, all right, you should have stopped there, Sydney, but you had to keep pushing it, and now the scale has tipped, and everybody's everyone's trying. It's not gonna, there's no way, dude, no way it's gonna, like, ever stop the locomotive that is Sydney Sweeney, but, you know, it's fun to try and throw a little curveball at her. Especially such a curveball like being a straight up Nazi, dude. Watch out for the next Kanye Sydney Sweeney collab if you're going to keep labeling her as that. Boom! But it's interesting because should have stopped at the bathwater, but she just kept pushing it, dude. I was everywhere. I was going by Baskin Robbins, dude, and it's like, come on in for a big double-decking scoop of some vanilla. 2 massive scoops brought to you by Sydney Sweeney. I don't even know what the flavor was. But then you just had to keep pushing it with the jeans, right? Oh, the jeans. I mean, talk about, the stupidest. It's just American Eagle trying to push some denim, you know what I mean? And no matter what, even after all this controversy, who's the big winner, dude? American Eagle. Jeans are the winner. Denim coming out on top. The old Canadian tuxedo wins again. You can't stop the swing, dude. You cannot stop the SpaceX rocket that is Sydney Sweeney, dude. Ain't no stopping it. What else is new? Because I know it's been a while. So many things. Like, did you know that Will Smith is back, baby, finally? I mean, yes, did he completely shatter his built-up image and career with the slap heard around the world? Was there ever an apology or like a phone call to Chris Rock and like, hey, man, sorry that I had a mental break and, oh, man. But he's back, dude. Oh, the future is so bright now that Will's back. Back making some bangers, dude. Just kidding, because it's awful, dude. Or is it just me? Dude? I'm in this weird Twilight Zone where I can't even tell anymore, dude. Because it seems like every week there's like a new Will Smith single, and it's awful, dude. So bad. But, like, it's like this weird Twilight Zone thing where it's like everything I see, every, like, social media post, all these, like, podcasters, oh, Will's back. Oh, shit, you guys woke up Will. Watch. Oh, dude, here comes vintage Will back to remind us all, like, where he came from. But every time I listen to it, I'm just like, this is not good. Not only is it not good, but there is no erasing, dude. There is no erasing what's been done. Especially when you're just gonna like pretend that it never happened. Be like, me. Never happened. Don't need to take responsibility. 'Cause I'm Will Smith. No formal apology. I think the most I've heard him say is like, they're like, yeah, what did you feel about that when you lost your mind and walked up on stage? And he's just like, wow, oh boy, we all have our moments, right? Like, that's like the most I've ever heard him apologize. It's being like, wow, what a crazy night that was. I just got to keep pushing forward. It's just like, okay, man. Okay, I guess. Okay, keep making these lame songs, dude, and just keep on keeping on with it then. What else going on? Man, so many people rapping out, man. Theo Huxtable, dude? Theo Huxtable was the first to go. And crazy how overshadowed it was because boom, boom, we did, Ozzy and Holt right after. But kind of crazy how overshadowed his passing was because I think it was kind of horrific. It's not like it was natural. It's not like he was even that old. I think it was some kind of like a drowning situation, which is like a major bummer, dude. And then gets completely overshadowed by the Holster and the Prince of Darkness. I mean, Holster, whatever. But if you didn't feel something for the Oz, man, dude, if you didn't feel anything for the Wizard of Oz, your heart's made of stone, dude. Did you not? Oh my God, dude. Completely shattered me, dude. Shattered. That's another reason keeping these shades on so you can't see that I'm welling up behind the glasses. But talk about shattering me, dude. I saw this video with just him talking about the last show, giving up the painkillers to put on a good show, having a special chair just so he can perform, donating all the money, dude. Talked about just going out in the ultimate GOAT form possible, dude. But then it's bleh, why you gotta R.I.P. to these heroes, Ozzy, Theo, Holt, and why put them together when the Holsters got a bit of a sticky real life, you know what I mean? Okay, can we separate the art and the artist? Can we separate what the man did for professional wrestling and what a piece of shit he was outside of the ring, you know what I mean? Can we separate what he did pioneering the business that is WWE, and then also what piece of shit. Crazy racist dude. And then talked about a real stain on the legacy when your last appearance is just getting booed out of the stadium, dude. Completely over capacity crowd unanimously booing you, dude. That's gotta hurt. And what else? New stuff, new movies. Caught a couple of them that have been coming out. I Know What You Did Last Summer is back. Revamping everything. Anything that hits the 20-year mark, let's do it again, baby. It's been 20 years. Let it ride. Are the main actors still alive? Let's go, baby. Crank it again. And I wish, because, other franchises do a pretty good job. When Final Destination came out, when the new one came out, HBO was bam, baby. Here's all the Final Destinations you could ever want. Watch them all. Enjoy. Revive the franchise that is Final Destination. I Know What You Did Last Summer? Nope, dude. Not streaming on a single platform anywhere. You gotta rent it, which is what are we doing? Are you trying to revive this franchise or what? Dude, let me stream it on Prime. Let me stream it on anything, dude. I'll watch it on the stream it on the Peacock, and I'll watch it like crazy. And in fact, I wanted to because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, dude. I barely remember it. I barely remember who the killer was. Wasn't he just some guy? Wasn't he just some fisherman guy? I just remember being a little kid and it's they take off the mask and it's just some guy. And I'm who's that? That's why I wanted to watch it again. And also, I don't even know if I've seen the other ones. Isn't it a trilogy? Which is crazy. But talking about that new, I know what you did, IKWYDLS. Too many letters, dude. But talk about the most beautiful cast ever, dude. Oh my goodness. Every single person in this movie is supermodel status, dude. It's crazy. So much so that like the co-lead actress is so unbelievably gorgeous that it took me like half the movie to even remember what I was watching, dude. I was like, I don't even know what this movie is. I am hypnotized. But overall, fine. I don't know. It's whatever. It's always a cash grab. You got Freaky Friday coming out. It just smells like money. You know what I mean? Originality? Nah. Nostalgic? Sure. Did anybody really ask for another Freaky Friday? I don't think so. But again, once it hits that 20-minute mark, it's like, 20 years, sorry. Anytime it hits that 20-year mark, it's like, hey, man, time to make some money. And it just smells like money, dude. What else have I seen? Superman, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Fine, the Fine Four, the Fairly Okay Four, like the Meh Four. It was fine. The Fine Four. I mean, I guess. I feel like casting was the issue. Pedro as Reed Richards, meh. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, meh. Honestly, okay, she was, nah, I don't know. I wasn't digging it. What's his name? Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm? I'm not digging it, dude. I don't like, it's like a triple phony, you know what I mean? One, he's like Irish or British. He's some kind of ish. Not American, so when it's like a British or Irish doing an American accent, boom, one phone. He's got like brown eyes, they give him like blue contacts, so it has like that weird, where is the technology in contact lenses, dude? You can make Jake Sully into like the Avatar, like, you know what I mean? All these Na'vi. Sigourney Weaver looked unbelievable when she was the Na'vi. The big blue Sigourney Weaver looked unbelievable, but dude, for whatever reason, modern eye contacts, it just looks shitty, dude. Especially when they give him like blue eyes. It looks crazy. I don't know if it's because it's contrasting his brown or it's just like he looks weird, dude. I cannot get into blue or even brown contacts, dude. Anytime, it's just who cares if he has brown eyes, dude? Is it gonna be that vital to the plot? Oh, they put Johnny Storm with brown eyes? This movie, bruh. I mean, there probably would be people like that, but at the bottom line, who cares? And then also, he has like brunette hair and they made him blonde, so it's like bam, bam, bam. Weird fake accent, weird fake eyes, weird fake hair, bam, bam, bam. I can't get into it. And then, I don't know, he was fine. He kept doing this, yes. That was him. That was like his big thing. Yes. Stupid. I wasn't into it. What's his name from The Bear as The Thing? Don't know this guy's name. What's that guy from The Bear? The Thing? Also him. Very meh, dude. Meh City is what that was. Even like the bit, they tried to make it a big thing when he finally says it. Oh, he's gonna say it, everybody. Here it comes. Clobbering time. And it's like, when it finally happens, it's like, oh. But on the flip side, Superman, dude. You want to talk about the exact opposite feeling of being so meh to being like, yeah. Dude, Superman is where it's at. If you're going to see one superhero movie, check out Superman, because you would think he's got the biggest challenge, dude. Kicking off this whole new universe, the most difficult superhero, dude, like the superhero. cannot be beaten, basically. Like, that's like the biggest problem with Superman is like, is there ever really a challenge, dude? He's basically invincible. Nobody's stronger. At a certain point, it becomes boring just watching him win and win and win and be such a Boy Scout about it. But, man, I mean, dude, say whatever you want, but James Gunn can make a superhero movie, dude. God, it was so good. And James Gunn is so good at taking the most obscure, never heard of superheroes ever and just making them the crowd favorite, dude, of making them steal the entire show. It's crazy. He did it with Guardians, which up until the movie came out, what the is a Guardian of the Galaxy, dude. Captain America, sure. Iron Man, sure. The Hulk, Wolverine, the X-Men, these are the Marvel. Guardians of the what? There's a raccoon and a tree? This movie. Like, how do you not have that attitude? You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a raccoon and a tree. Some buff guy who stabs people and a green lady, too. Sounds horrible. They travel through space. It sounds too much, dude. Too crazy. Turns out to be one of the best Marvel movies. Same with this, dude. Who the is Mr. Terrific, dude? Am I that? I thought I was into DC. I thought that knowing multiple Green Lanterns is like a deep cut of DC. I thought I knew DC, dude. Turns out I don't know nothing because I never heard of Mr. Terrific. So I was expecting nothing from him, dude. I was expecting nada. And it turns out he's like one of the best parts of the movie, dude. Crazy. Crypto, unbelievable. Just overall, pretty good. And from the general reviews, seem pretty good. And it's wild. It's wild to think that I've talked to someone who's walked out of it, dude. Walked out of Superman. But it's like, dude, you already had your mind made up, bro. Talking to this guy, it's just like, there was a real campaign going for Superman about, like, because he's technically an immigrant. And it's just like, oh, hell no, dude. Not today. Not in this America. Not gonna have this. Where's, dude, Superman's only weakness? Ice. Bum, bum, bum. Part 2, Superman versus Ice. But yeah, trying to put a stupid anti-Superman campaign. Oh, Superman's so woke, dude. Superman's gotten hit with the woke virus, dude. They got red-pilled or blue-pilled or whatever the pill, dude. I lost track of what color. The rainbow pill, sure. But I didn't get that, dude. I just thought it was an objectively good movie, especially being like Superman, which, again, is probably like the hardest superhero to like make entertaining because it's like, how do you... He's just so strong, bruh. What other movies have come out? I feel like there was another one that I'm missing here. Freaky Friday coming out. Superman. I feel like there was another one. Something disappointing. Let me see here. Talked about Will Smith. Let's see my movie history here. This is good podcasting. Take it to a screeching halt. Let's see, what have we seen recently? Start to lose track. Oh, I saw Megan. Dude, Megan was a banger. Megan was great. Together. Oh, there we go. Naked Gun. Fantastic. F1. We can talk about F1. Eddington. F1. Fine. Brad Pitt. The old dog coming to teach the new veteran. Blah, 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 blah. Too long for sure. 2.5 hours. Way too long. Cut it back. Cut it back, dude. Anybody making a movie over 2 hours is insane. Unless you're Nolan or Francis Ford Coppola, unless you're doing a Megalopolis or an Odyssey, get the hell out of here with your 2+ hours. Can't wait for Odyssey, though, dude. Sold out instantly, even though it comes out a year from now, dude. Just out of curiosity. It was like, hey, Odyssey tickets on sale. Just out of curiosity. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Sold out 1 year in advance. Sold out. Which is wild, but I get it. Eddington, the Ari Aster. I don't even know how to describe that one. Megan, dude. Megan was good. Megan totally gave up. Megan was like, you know what? We get it. Because there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do to make a robot scary. You know what I mean? There's only so many horror elements that you can do with a robot. Yeah, can she bend backwards and do the creepy spider walk? Sure. Can she like turn her head around and be creepy? Okay, sure. What else? What other creepy things? Crawl like on the wall? Okay, sure. But as far as like creepy, scary, spooky stuff, it's kind of limited. And I think they realized it. Excuse me. I think they realized it because in Megan 2.0, they were just like, nah, forget about the horror, dude. This is straight up action comedy, dude. Heavy on the comedy as well. I would say as a whole, one of the more entertaining movies I've seen of the year, dude. As a whole, I was thoroughly entertained start to finish, dude. Once you embrace the craziness, dude, it's a fun ride. 2 minutes into the movie, 2 minutes, like the evil Megan punches a guy in the head and his head flies off. She doesn't punch through it. She doesn't cave in his head. His head pops off like a rock'em sock'em robot, dude. And I could not stop laughing. If you want like the overall entertainment value, you go to Megan, dude. Cause it's good. Man, running out of steam here, but what else did we got? Any other things? I mean, there was that Conor McGregor thing, but that was a while ago now. That's the thing. That's the problem with taking these gaps. Miss out on the big stories like Conor McGregor just sending people. Okay, first of all, 2025, are we still sending bits, dude, to other celebrities? Bold move when you're running for like the political office of Ireland. You know what I mean? I'm announcing my campaign to run for the president of Ireland. 2 hours later. Click, 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 click. Oh, yeah. Sin, dude. Like, you just had your press conference. What are you doing? And it's just non-stop clips of him like just clearly snowplowed out of his mind. You know what I mean? But he's a character. It makes watching the old Roadhouse even more fun. It's like, oh yeah, dude. He was on one for sure. Future president coming at you. I mean, look at our current president. Anybody, I mean, that's like a true, if you take anything away from this current reign of presidency, it's like it really sets the bar of like, anybody can get in there, dude. If you really want it hard, if you want it enough, baby, just reach out and take it. But that could, we could probably call it there for this episode. It's good to be back, and we'll try to keep the steam burning on this locomotive here. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as it's much appreciated. And if you made it all the way here to the end, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and you are my favorite kind of person who waits till the end. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, as always, Kyle McLemore, and we'll see you next time on the pod.